Today we are learning data frame methods like len, head, tail, count and append. First of all, we'll look at len. We have created a data frame with 3 columns and 6 rows, and this is the given data, the counting from 1 to 18. Now when I write len in parentheses the df, the data frame which I have defined, it returns 6. Why so? The len method, which returns the length of the data frame, that means the number of rows that a data frame contains. Here df had 6 rows, as you can see, 1 2 3 4 5 6. Thus len parenthesis df returns 6. Moving on to, we'll look at head. Now the data frame you are familiar with. Now the head function returns the topmost or initial starting rows of our data frame. Now when we do not define anything in the brackets or the parentheses, it by default returns 5 rows. Rows 1 2 3 4 5. Now df dot head parenthesis 2. When I define 2, it will return the first 2 rows, row 1, row 2. Now, if I define a number more than the rows, there are 6 rows, but if I write 7 in the bracket, in the need of the number, it is returning the whole data frame. So writing a number more than the given rows return the whole data frame rather than giving an error. So by default df.head extract initial 5 row. If given n more than rows in df, then it simply extract all the rows. You are now familiar with the syntax also. Moving on to tail, we have the data frame we are already familiar with. Now df.tail bracket is the syntax. If we'll not define any number in the bracket, by default it will return the last 5 rows, that is row 6 5 4 3 2, the 5 last rows. Now if I define df.tail bracket 2, now the last 2 rows 5 and 6 will be returned. Now if I define a number more than the given rows, there are 6 rows, but if I write df.tail bracket 7, then it will just simply return the whole data frame. This is similar to head. In head, the starting rows, in tail the end rows. Okay, now moving on to append or dash append. In the books we see that append is used. Okay, now first of all we have to create another data frame df1, which has given values and given column and row indexes. This is implicit indexes. We have not defined index. This is implicitly 0 1 to 0 1, right? Now append is used to join two data frame. Now df and df1 will try to join. Now when I use df dot append df1, it gives me an error. The append function usually does not work in the Python. Okay, for that we have to use dash append. Df dot dash append df1, what it do, it will add the both data frame. Now df1 had the rows 1 to 6 and column 1 to 3, they are already there. Now 2 new rows 0 1 as per the df1 are added, and the values for column 0 1 to 3 are also added. Now as there are no values in 0 1 rows for df, then it has nan values. And as there are no value for column 1 to 3 in df1, thus there are nan value. Now, so yes, the nan values are defined. Thus all those columns where there is a nan value, they turn float. So for the df values, they were integer 1 2 3, but now because there are nan value in the column and row, thus they become float 1.0 2.0. I hope that is clear. Now if I want that in the column, if I name these column as col 1 2 3 in the df1, so what has happened, that these value of the df1 are added to column 1 2 3. Okay? Similarly, when I define the row index for df1 as row 1 and 2, so now row 1 has value for df as well as for df1. So what it will do, first of all, as df is the first one, so it will represent 1 to 6 rows of the df. Then at the end, row 1 2 are again written with the values of df1. I hope that is clear. If we have not defined the index, it will give it separately defining NaN values, but here as we give similar index, this is how it is representing it. Now please remember, whatever df is written, data frame is written first, it will give it first and then second. As df dot dash append df1 was there, so values of df are first, then after that df1 values. Please follow us on Instagram, as well as for notes and PPTs and the video notification. Please follow us on the Telegram. The link is in the description.